Welcome to this video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. In today's video, we're going to talk about certifications. I want you to understand the different levels of certifications and the roadmap for you to achieve the whole important certification in IT or cybersecurity. In today's video, the key objective or areas that we're going to talk about is first, for you to be able to understand what actually is certifications, what methods or means that you can use for you to go through about the process of achieving a certification. That is, whether instructor-led program or self-study programs. I want also for you to understand what are vendor-neutral certifications and vendor-specific certifications. As we navigate through the process, I'm going to bring in the DoD 8570 and DoD 8140 for you to understand what you need to do, because a lot of people are confused as to what certification, how for them to navigate through the process of earning these certifications. What did they need to do? What skill levels? What level in terms of certification that they need to pursue? So I'm going to bring in the DoD 8570 or now the new directive, which is the 8140. From there, we're going to talk about continuing professional education or continuing professional development. This is very, very important. After you achieve your certification, you need to maintain your certifications. So it's very much important for you to understand what is it about this CPE or continue professional development. So in this video, we'll be using a presentation, and then at the end of the presentation, after the presentation is finished, I'm going to take a position on these different levels of certifications and using the DoD 8570, which areas that I think you can save money and also be able to navigate so that you can be able to work in the different areas in the industry as a cybersecurity IT professional. So let's jump right into it. What is it actually we're going to talk about is information security professional certifications. So the key objective that we're going to look at is for my introduction earlier on, just in case if you are not following up, to briefly recap you on the different level of certifications. So the key objectives of our discussion is for you to understand what is actually is a certification, what are self-study versus instructor-led learning, vendor-neutral certifications. We're going to look at vendor-specific certification, the US DoD or Military Directive 8570, DoD 8140, continue professional education or continue professional development. So what is actually a certification? A certification is a demonstration of your experience and skills required for a particular job. Meaning, if you possess a certifications, it shows to the vendor or somebody that is going to hire you that yes, you actually qualify for that particular job, and then you possess the skills necessary for you to do that particular job. So there are different paths for you are available depending on the preference or individual, that is the area that you think that is necessary for you to become certified. If you want to become a network, for example, as a network engineer, there is a path for you to become a network engineer. And at the same time, if you want to become like, let's say you want to become as a system administrator, there is also a path for you to become a system administrator. So a certification requires you for you to pass passing of an examination or course of study. So meaning for you to earn a particular certification, require you to fulfill the requirement of first you passing the exams for that vendor or the certification body, and then after you pass that certification, some vendors require you to go through a certification process. That means that you gotta apply for the specific industry certification that you are going in for. So that is the requirement. So for you to earn a certification, there are also In addition to you passing an examination, there is also a prerequisite for you to actually fulfill the certification journey. One of them is the eligibility requirement. That is, um, some certification require you to have certain industry number of experience in the industry, and some certification require you to actually have um, possess some kind of skills, and some also require you to have certain level of education at least for you to fulfill or number of years for you to actually earn their credentials. So there comes the eligibility requirement. There is also a time requirement in the sense of when you apply for a particular certification, that when you attain or pass the examination, there is a window that is open for you to actually apply for your certification. If not, then you are not eligible to receive that credential in as much you actually fulfill the requirements of passing the exams. So with the time also comes about the time required for you to study. Some people, some certification required to be in the industry for you to attend a classroom session of a training. So that within a specific time period for you to actually attain their credentials. There is a cost that is involved in the process. So cost in terms of you attaining the certification, cost in terms of you fulfilling the vendor's requirement. You have to apply for the certificate, you becoming certified. So for you to become certified, you have to pay a fee, certification fee. So a lot of vendors ask for initial fee for you to actually fulfill that. So cost also involved in the area of like you having a self-study or maybe the process of which you attain the certification. Self-study versus maybe instructor-led programs, depending on your choice and then of materials and how you're gonna understand that process. So now, what is these self-study programs? Self-studies as or self-empowered education, meaning without the direct supervision of an instructor. You go in there and search for your own materials and then navigate through the process of you having the knowledge required for particular certifications. There are advantages that are involved for you to have these self-study programs. Um, um, One of them is a low-cost alternative to instructor-led program. You just go in there and buy the materials without you actually going into a particular classroom and then study on your own. So at the end of the day, um, you have another important area that is a very much a big advantage is the materials that you're gonna study can be from a multiple source, meaning you have the opportunity to research on your own and have material from reputable source, which can be later on can be a downside as well. Then there is an issue of or self motivation and then with flexibility, which is like you having that credentials, um, you have the choice. You selfly motivate yourself to acquire the specific education that you need. You go in there, you put a time frame and then within which you want to achieve your certification. So you create your own schedule and then study on your own and then achieve the credentials of your dream. The downside of it is procrastination. Some people, for them to achieve a particular certification, they keep procrastinating as to studying or the time frame or the time in which they get to achieve the credentials. The other thing that is a downside is the quality of materials. Quality of materials. Remember, on for the advantages you have multiple of reputable sources, but then that diverse material that you have now is that how you gonna filter out the materials that are actually important for the study that you are embarking on. So the quality of materials, if you choose the wrong materials, can be a problem for you, and then you having to fail the course. So the quality of material is very, very important for you to choose for particular industry certifications. And the other thing is lack of interaction. You don't have direct vendor involvement. You don't have a direct interaction with the instructor. So and then including maybe your student interacting with you. So at the end of the day, that lack of interaction, which the knowledge that you will have gained asking questions on a one-on-one session with the instructor, or maybe ask friends or classmates questions. You don't have that leverage in terms of you using a self-study. So the other thing that we gotta provide here is instructor-led training programs. So on instructor-led training programs, the training is provided or facilitated by an instructor through a formal course, meaning somebody is tailoring these particular instructions, well, as leading the process of you having the training. Somebody is in charge and then providing materials for you. You have a one-to-one interaction with the instructor. So this form of a training can be either in a classroom settings, or it can be via a presentation, whether it's a choice of like Zoom or online method, and then discussion forums. So somebody can come in and you discuss certain sessions. So this is a form of learning. Then the downside of this form of learning, the advantage of this form of learning is what? You have a one-to-one interaction with the professor, the instructor, somebody that's providing the materials to you. You can pause and ask that instructor as much questions as you can. At the end of the day, you share the material, your understanding of the concept is always utmost important to the instructor. So the other thing is you can share ideas in teams, or you can share idea within your classmates that you are interacting with in that particular training session. So that means said that you, if you have difficulty in understanding certain concept, you can ask the next body that for that particular individual to interpret certain information to you, and then it's completely completed within a fixed period or specific period of time. Meaning, you go out there, they've specified the period before even you coming in for that particular training. They already specified the time period for that particular training sessions. So let's say the training session was specified for 5 days. So instead of they don't wait for you, the time period, the 5 days period will be there if you don't come for the training, and then the training will continue. So that eliminates the issue of procrastination in terms of the training requirements. So the downside of this form of a training is that the training cannot be personalized. They don't tailor this training for you, your individual needs. Like I just mentioned in my last statement, that if you don't come, then the training still continue as long as everybody is there. So the training continue because the instructor have a fixed schedule and then the syllabus to complete for everybody. The other thing is you have to wait for a specific time of the training. So this is particularly important if you want to achieve your training, let's say in 2 months, and then the training is going to be like in a period of a 3 month period. So you have to go through that rigorous training process until you finish that before you can earn your credentials, and then maybe take your exams and then earn your credentials. And then cost. Um, Unlike sometimes the cost is very high on this form of a certification training, because at the end of the day, the instructor, maybe the institution, instead of you, the cost that is required for you just purchase one material, now you have to pay the service of somebody that is providing service to you. So that can be very much problematic for you earning this form of certifications. So we go to the next slide. Now, I'm earlier on the topics on my introduction, I talk about vendor neutral certifications. So with these vendor neutral certifications, the training on knowledge and expert that covers general topics and concept, that is the vendor neutral. So it's a general training that is provided to you on different general topics in area of cybersecurity or IT. So, for example, if you want to take up a training that is very more general, you can consider to do some of the training. List is no way exhaustive of all the vendor neutral certification. I'm just giving certain examples for you to actually know some of these vendor neutral certifications. You can go out there and also Google it and find out some of these vendor neutral certifications. So we have CompTIA A plus, CompTIA Security plus, CompTIA Network plus. These are you have the CCSP, that is the System Security Certified Practitioner. You have Certified Information System Security Professional, CISSP, Certified Authorizing Professional CAP, You have Certified Secure Software Lifecycle Professional, CCSLP. You have Certified Cyber Forensic Professional, CCFP. You have Certified Health Certified Information Security Privacy Practitioner. Then you have HCISPP. Then you have Certified Cloud Security Professional, which is CCSP. Again, disclaimer here, there are a lot of certifications. There are a lot of vendor neutral certifications, which you can go in and reach out about and Google it. And then these are just, but then these are tailored towards specific general knowledge in the industry that you need for you to attain or pursue a particular certification. So we go to the next slide on vendor-specific certifications. These are certifications offered by a specific vendor of hardware and a software product. So the holder of this certification imply when you hold these certifications, you have specific competency on the vendor-specific product. So, and it demonstrates that you meet the requirement for the knowledge and skills required for a particular job or particular certifications. So this vendor, they provide software, they provide hardware. So you having their certification shows that you are capable, you have the knowledge and skills, the expertise in administering their product. Example, we have like Cisco, CCNA, we have Microsoft certifications at different levels. They are available out there. Previously, we have the MCSE and MCSE. I believe they are retired now. We have Amazon AWS, different levels of certifications. Amazon have different levels of certification. Again, this list is nowhere exhaustive. There are a lot of resources of vendor-specific certifications that are available out there. You can check it out if you want to become certified in a specific vendor's product. We go to the next slide. So this is one key important area that I bring in arena of certification. The issue I'm going to show you later on how I think this why I believe I bring this as a on the talking about certification, why I bring this topic of US DoD Military Directive 8570 and DoDD 8140. The 8140 is a replacement of the DoD 8570. So the 8570 is a training manual that is tailored, focused on information assurance workforce for the various agencies or the departments of department, and then it has been replaced with the DoD 8140. And the 8140, the difference is that the 8140 is focused on training based on roles of the individuals. So it's a role-based training requirement. And it's replaced already, like I said, the 8570, that's 0.01 directives. So this covered like the previous one for different departments like agencies, the DISA, NSA, DHS, DOD, and then contractors that are dealing with them. So certification cannot complete without you talking about how you gonna maintain your certification. So how you gonna maintain your certification? You need to do what is fulfill the requirements of you having a continuing professional education or CPE or continuing professional development or CPD. So you need to keep your certification current. So if you want to keep this certification current, you need to fulfill the CPE or CPD requirements for specific certifications. So that means that if you don't fulfill, in as much you possess a certification for a specific vendor or industry certification, if you don't meet the requirement for you to renew all the certification these days, as field that in cybersecurity or in IT is dynamic, it keeps changing. So at the end of the day, vendors require you to continuously exposing yourself to learning new skills. So that's why they ask about for you to maintain your certification or keep it current. You need to be current on knowledge and affairs in terms of a job. So That's a requirement that you actually have a continuing professional education or professional development in the field. So they give credit for the completion of a course. When you have a completed course, that can be in a course of study, like when you are achieving a bachelor's or master's or PhD program, or maybe taking some courses in the just training courses that is required for maybe normally annual training stuff that you do. And then typically some of these CPE and CPD require like 40 to 50 minutes most of the time of classroom session. That's for you to earn one. The acquiring of another professional certification can also count towards your CPE or professional education and development, or as much as you publishing or contributing to a professional development. So if you any of those, you publish something, you contribute to professional development, can also count as a CPA or CPD or a working experience in a specific industry. So these are all now exhaustive. Other vendors have different requirements for you to maintain your CPA certification. So now I'm going to take a position on what is required for you to maintain and then provide you with the DoD 8570, what I think you need to do for you to save money and be able to work in the different areas on cybersecurity or IT profession. So I'm going to see you. I'm going to type in here DoD. As you can see, it comes up with my screen 8570 certification. I'm gonna go to this public site, a baseline certification that is required. Okay, this is the DISA page that you guys are seeing, and as you can see, there is a different level requirements for this baseline cert, and this is the skills that I use for me to become successful and then be able to work in different areas and earn my certifications. So if you are new and then you're thinking about what certification that I need as an entry level, um, as an IAT level 1, you come here on this quadrant and take a particular certification on there. You have the level 2 and level 3, different IAT levels. Then you have the IAM levels, IAM level 1, level 2, level 3. You push this. And then you have the IASE, you have level 1, 2, and 3. CCSP, you have same thing, level 1, 2, and 3, and then the managerial area. What I think for you to be able to save money, that I think you should, it's an individual preference, but this is my own take that I think you'll be able to succeed. What you can do is, if you want to work on the area of cybersecurity, I'll come here. For me, I'll come here, and then as an entry level, I will take a vendor neutral certification like the Security Plus or CCSP, any of this. So if I take this, any of these certification here, that will enable me to be able to work on any area here. So after that, I'll take one of these certification here. So the key thing here is that if you go in for a higher level certifications, you'll be able to work on lower level areas. So as you can see, so it's either IAT level 3, you can be able to fulfill this. So you can take this. After take one of these, come here. So then what will I do? On the IAM side, I look at all this certification. What I will do is I'm going to take one of this on IAM level 3. So I'm going to take one of the IAM level 3 cert. That's CISM, which is what I did, CISSP. So that will qualify me for the different areas here because I already have Security Plus, which qualify me for IAM level 1. So CISSP, that will qualify me as well on any of this. So the next thing that I will do, these are advanced. You cannot earn any of these, the IAS level 3, without you having any of this. But then if you have earned the CCSP, which is the cloud, that will qualify you as IASE level 3, as you can see it here. So that is the importance of you understanding, and that is the importance of me bringing up the DoD 8570 as a method for you to navigate through the process of you earning your industry certifications. So coming down to incident response and any of these, again, I'm going to consider the higher ones, CEH or any of these, CFR, CCNP, or CCNA security. So if I have any of these, that will qualify me to work on all these different areas. The same thing goes to so here, as you can see, if you already have IAM level 3, that can qualify you for that. So again, guys, I hope this will help you with your journey on you becoming certified. Um, you have different vendors that provide a different level of certifications. As you can see, certification providers, they vary depending on individual preferences. There are different vendors that are available out there. Again, before you go in for any particular certification, I advise you from experience point of view, I would say visit this website, Google it, then visit this website, and then that will guide you on specific certification that you want to pursue. So I hope this video help you on this knowledge. Please comment and then ask questions. I'll be more than happy to help you answer your questions and then give you tips. And as well, before I conclude, I want to say I also train people on different certifications. If you want to achieve any of the certifications, I have my training website, which I'm going to provide to you. So you can contact me as well, provide training, and then on one-to-one, I do one-to-one, and as well as do in a groups as a group, provide in a classroom. So I see you guys in the next video. I hope this presentation help you navigating through the process of having your cybersecurity certifications. Thank you.